ladies and gentlemen, just keep one thing in mind. If COVID was handled right from day one, we wouldn't be looking at none of these things, especially any type of eviction moratoriums. But since it was not taken seriously from day one, this is what we're dealing with now. People are on edge. They don't know what the future is going to hold for them. Many don't have jobs. They have been without a job since the beginning of March when everything shut down. And landlords, no fault of their own, many of them are struggling financially too because they have rentals out here that they got to pay for. They got mortgages on. So I can understand, and any type of stimulus should always include the landlords, as far as I'm concerned. So this is the Las Vegas Review Journal. Landlords bear financial burden of eviction moratoriums for rentals. And this is exceptionally hard for especially the small business owners out here that this is your business. Just renting out homes or renting out apartments is your business. And when people don't pay, then that's even more difficult for you to even have a business at that point if there's no income coming in for you. So eviction moratoriums have saved cash-strapped renters affected by the coronavirus pandemic for the past 10 months, but mom and pop landlords are finding themselves shouldering tremendous financial burdens. All right, so it's speaking about a landlord, a small business owner, and they are owed over $30,000 in rent from properties they have in Las Vegas. 30 grand. Take it out of your bank account would have a financial impact on you. Yeah, it sure would. Referring to eviction moratoriums implemented by the government, the federal government, they just don't realize how horrible it's been for many people. It's horrible what was done, and it should be illegal. Shannon Connolly, a landlord in Reno, said the eviction moratoriums are frustrating. She found herself not only out of rent money from her tenant, but also discovered the extensive damage to her property, including carpet with all of their pet ferrets pooping it up. Landlords are looking to evict tenants for non-pay of rent, must wait longer before taking action. Oh, wow. So they're saying that the directive is expected to expire on March 31st, and that's in Las Vegas. Like the Center for Disease Control and Prevention order, eligible tenants must opt in by signing a declaration form and giving it to the landlord. So apparently they must have redrafted the form for evictions, and instead of expiring on December 31st, it's been extended out to March 31st. Like the Center for Disease Control order, eligible tenants, so you just sign the form, give it to your landlord. The governor's office did not respond for requests for comment. And, many of them are saying they weren't even aware of this latest directive from the Center for Disease Control, to stall any type of evictions until March 31st. And to be honest with you, I haven't heard anything about it until this article. Now, I knew about the one that was extended out to December 31st last year, and I even found the form and made sure it was posted in my comment and also on the video I did. But, you see how they do this and they stay completely silent and the public don't know anything about it. So anybody, and you're my subscriber and you're behind on rent, make sure you get that form online from the CDC. I'll try to look for it. If I can find it, I'll post it in the comment section. We've got tenants that must have been with us 5 and 7 years, and they paid us through the eviction ban. But who knows, anything can happen, he said. If all of them stop paying, it would drive us to bankruptcy. Another extension. Las Vegas resident and landlord Bob Smith said his worst case scenario would be foreclosing on his property in Pahrump and Las Vegas. He had to tap into his savings when one tenant stopped paying rent last year after the eviction moratorium took effect. He said he lost more than $6,500 and had to request a mortgage forbearance on the home. Okay, so he did what he had to do. So when you do a forbearance, ladies and gentlemen, what they do is take what you owe on your rent right now and they put it to the end of your mortgage. So you just go back to paying your regular payments, but when you get to the end, you're going to have to pay whatever big figure there is at the end of your mortgage. So that's what he ended up, he had to do that in order to save his rental property that that he's a landlord over. Smith said it was like during the Great Recession when he had to foreclose on 4 properties. He doesn't recall very many government programs aimed to help smaller landlords, and there should be. The CARES Act has a lot of incentive for larger property owners to be able to apply for benefits, but the smaller homeowners are really struggling, he said. The main lifeline for mom and pop landlords is a mortgage payment forbearance option, first made available after last year's passage of the Federal Coronavirus Relief Package, or CARES Act. The program allows homeowners to pause their mortgage for up to 12 months on government backed home loans, but they're required to eventually make repayments. A lender or a loan servicer is also prevented from foreclosing on a property until the end of March. So the moratorium is for rent and for mortgages until March 31st. The moratorium on foreclosures were set to expire February 28th or January 31st for Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac back loans. But President Joe Biden extended the protection Wednesday. Now, I know when I look through Biden's package that he wants to present for stimulus, that $1.9 trillion package, he has the moratorium extended out until September of this year. So we'll see if it passed, but I can tell you there are Republicans already saying they're not for this package. So they're not going to vote for it. They're going to vote against it. Rental assistance is available and it is given directly to landlords so that landlords can have relief. Now, from what I was understanding, it will cover some of your back payments, not all of them, but some of your back payments can be covered by the rental assistance that's available. Now, I'm not sure. You might have to make some phone calls and find out where you can get the assistance so that you can fill out the necessary forms and get everything, some of your rent paid through this program. I don't know exactly how much, I don't know how it works for renters. I would have to go out and really review it, but they don't tell you who you need to contact. But there's got to be somebody in your state to contact, or maybe you can make a call to even your local government or your municipality. They may actually have the information too. So, wow, what a mess this country is in. A big mess. And it's tough. to get another place once you have that eviction on your credit. You know, it's impossible to get rent any, to rent out another place. And there's already been probably millions of people already evicted in this country. You know, I mean, this place is in horrible shape. It really is. And the kind of things that these politicians are doing, it is just simply not helping. They are just falling way too short of helping the American people. Like that $600. I mean, that is unheard of that they would even believe that is sufficient enough and that would help anybody. Yeah, it might buy you some groceries, and maybe if you owe money on a bill, yeah, but as far as doing anything for your living situation, we know $600 ain't going to do squat. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this. This is just such a big mess. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.